Then I got into rap music right when really got into it, right when the Chili Peppers started in '83. Anthony went to go see Grandmaster Flash and the Furious Five play. Yes. And he came home and he was just like, dude, I have seen, I'm a rapper now. Right. I'm going to be a rapper. Right. I have seen the future. I have, he was just like, it really touched him. Yeah. And he came home and I was so into funk and stuff. I was playing in Fear at the time. But he just got sat down and started writing a rap, and I came up with a bass line that I stole from Defunct, the band Defunct, a great New York funk band from the time, a kind of avant-garde, awesome band. Joe Bowie, who's the brother of Lester Bowie of the Art Ensemble of Chicago. Yes. So we made this song, and but anyways, that got us going. But then. And then we went to go see Flash again, and then we just started seeing LA bands. There was this club, the first Chili Pepper gig we ever played was a place called the Rhythm Lounge in LA, and Africa Bambaataa, I met him there, and I knew Planet Rock, and they're looking for a perfect beat and stuff. And then we went to New York with our first, in '83, we made our first Chili Peppers demo, and we went to New York and we saw Africa Bambaataa with Soul Sonic Force play. And so that was the early hip hop we loved, you know. And then when we went to Detroit to make in '85, we went to Detroit to make our second album with George Clinton, and heard a lot of great hip hop then too. Right. And that was it really taken off.
Yeah, that was an explosive time.
Yeah, a real explosive time, and the art of sampling and loops was really starting to rise up and become this real.
That's Rick Rubin, Beastie Boys around
it was becoming and even just the stuff we were hearing in Detroit. It was they were hanging out on the P-Funk scene, and
which is so cool. You did that in '84.
Yeah, '85. We went and lived in Detroit with George, and
how long were you guys in Detroit?
For as long as it took to make the album. I don't know. We went to pre-production with him, did a fucking boatload of drugs, and made an album,
It's so great that you made it there.
Yeah, no, it was really good. George, we wanted to make it where P-Funk recorded at United Sound, which was an incredible studio, and where they made, so many classic, One Nation, Mothership, all that stuff. All the great big funk records, Funkenteleki, Flashlight, everything. And, and all the P-Funk dudes were hanging out, and it was just a scene, and it was really fun, and they really embraced us and made us feel good. There was no we're too cool, and we were no one knew who we were. We were just these punk rock kids from Hollywood,
Right.
But they were super kind, and I'll never forget the first time I ever met George. I was me and our manager Lindy went to Detroit to meet him, and he took us to see Aretha Franklin play, which was in I guess '85, end of '84, '85 or something, and to see if he wanted to do it. So we went to meet him, and I just remember he was in some little motel, and I don't know, I couldn't quite figure out because he was in a little motel. A big limousine came and picked us up, and we went with Dr. Funkenstein to go see Aretha. And which was an incredible concert where I've never felt more underdressed in my life. I was in a leather jacket and fucked up punk rock clothes, and not only besides the manager, the only white people in the entire place of this big theater, and everybody dressed to the nines.
Like church stuff.
Fur, suits, jewelry. Everything people. It was Aretha in Detroit, at a nice theater, and I didn't know any. I was just a little ignorant kid, but I just remember meeting George. I go into the motel and meeting him, and him being I was so it's Dr. Funkenstein. I walk in and he was just first just hugged me in a way that was so loving and kind and open. And George is an old time hippie, you know what I mean? And he's just the most beautiful. So transcends all the petty segregation and dividing of people and everything. George's heart is so infinitely big, and his brain is so fucking creative and awesome that he's just always been so way beyond that shit. And he grew up in a time, where you got fucked with. You know what I mean?
Totally.
And I would never diminish anyone's oppression or stuff that people have to deal with. But George grew up in a different time.